Hey guys, this is the Great Jedi and welcome back to the channel. Now before we get into the video, please consider subscribing, smashing the like button, commenting, and hitting the notifications bell down below. Anyways, let's jump right into the video. So today we have a new Star Wars Battlefront 2 news update video. Now to start off the video, we don't have a community transmission to go over, just a little bit of news. So hopefully we'll get the community transmission tomorrow, but we'll just have to wait and see. I'm pretty sure it's going to come out tomorrow, and once it does, I'll be sure to report it on the channel. So now that we got that out of the way, let's jump right into the news. Starting with the droid HP, the droid health points. So BB8 is confirmed to have 650 health, while BB9E only has 600 health, which I think wouldn't be too bad. Obviously it's on the lower end, but they're going to be small and moving very fast, so they're going to be a very hard target to hit. They also said, as always, things may change as we finish last minute checks and tweaks, just like they always do. Basically things can still change, but right now that's what their health is set at. Now the droids are also confirmed to be having a few emotes. That's what the hero designer came out and said. And I don't know about you guys, but at least for BB8, I was thinking he might have the thumbs up from the Force Awakens, and that is confirmed. The hero designer, or the community manager, said BB8 does have thumbs up. It's too iconic of his character for us to leave out. So there you guys have it. It's confirmed to be one of his emotes. Now that we're on the topic of droids, we also get to talk about Droidekas. In my last video, I talked about how the Droidekas were receiving a buff. We just didn't know what type of buff, and now we know what type of buff they're getting. Forge said that they're getting slightly stronger shields and damage reduction while in wheel form. I've been thinking about that. I don't know. I mean, the slightly stronger shields I think will definitely help. The damage reduction in wheel form, I don't think that's necessarily the problem, because they're already pretty hard to hit while in wheel form. I think the problem is when they transform back into wheel form, and when they're transforming back into their shield when they're standing up and the shield goes over them. I feel like that's when they should have their damage reduction, because that's when they can get taken down pretty easily. But then again, they're only 1,000 battle points right now. They're pretty effective if you use them right. Usually Droidekas are used for flanking, so I'm kind of curious to see if they're going to be adjusting the damage reduction. Now that we are on the topic of Droidekas, they officially confirmed that Droideka units are added as AI players on co-op and instant action. I don't know about you guys, but I love co-op and I love instant action, and anything that's added to those modes, I'm all for it, especially the AI reinforcements. Now we're moving on to HVV maps. Ben Watt came out and said that we are looking at HVV maps in the future. Is not just a case of ticking a box and making them available. So basically he's making the statement that it's not that easy as probably we think, and there's work that goes into it basically. But I mean, looking at that, I'm like, that's a good sign that they're wanting to add more HVV maps, whether that's just new maps, new planets in general, or they're just taking maybe the First Order Star Destroyer as a map. I'm not sure what he means by that, but we'll just have to wait and see. It's also good that we're getting maps in HVV, but also they are looking at adding Agent Kloss to Hero Showdown, so not forgotten about it. So I'm pretty excited about that. I hope they also add more maps to Hero Showdown. I wish we had a bigger rotation for Hero Showdown, just like we do in HVV, because HVV has a pretty good map rotation. There's a lot of maps, a lot of variety. I just wish Hero Showdown had that same variety. Moving away from the maps and coming on the subject of event skins. I know there's a lot of new players that are coming to the game and are wondering how they can get the exclusive event skins. Well, Forge said that we'll probably bring them back again in the future, so I wouldn't say that you new players are like completely locked out of it. They might be bringing it back, so just have hope. The rebellion is built on hope. one of the final things I want to be talking about are the officer changes. So in my last video description, I talked about the officer nerf. Well, it turns out that it's more of an officer change. And by reading this, Forge said, I confirmed elsewhere, it's not a nerf as such. We are changing the cone on the officer's battle command. It will be 360 degrees now, as opposed to all out in front of you. The radius has been reduced slightly as well. We are also lowering the amount of score you get for assists when you have buffed someone. So I have mixed emotions when reading this because I'm an officer main. I don't really choose it for the battle points, so I don't care if they nerf that. I'm just trying to figure out if this is really it's like a nerf and a buff. It's kind of like both, because yes, they're nerfing the battle point gain, but they're also buffing the ability. It seems like they're decreasing the radius, so that's a downside, right? But you're gonna affect more people because you're not only getting the people in front of you, you're getting the people to your sides and behind you, which will in turn make up for the slightly reduced radius and the lowering amount of score because you're healing more people. So we'll just have to, I just want to wait and test out this change to see how it really is. Reading it, I'm not sure how well it's gonna change. I'm not sure, but we'll have to wait and see, and I will give you guys my thoughts in my review. Now before I end the video, guys, just remember to stay tuned for next week's videos, because I will be having an update review as well as having a live stream for the new update and a reinforcement tips and tricks video. So I just wanted to give you guys a quick heads up. Anyways, don't forget to subscribe. This is the Great Jedi, and may the Force be with you always.